Support Pro Play Games on Patreon.
Solid. And we're back, guys. Mario not wasting a single moment and playing the Izzy as he goes ahead and checks the top 3 cards, revealing all blacks and going down to 3 memory. A memory tamer for 3.
I like those.
That's pretty nice.
And that is a lab.
Okay. We went Itmon into, we got double rookie setting up here a fly bullet. And man, he opens double rookie analog. That is as the most amount of acceleration you can ask for. As
That
we
is
go ahead and grab
essentially
Gazi.
Exodia, and I have never seen that lose.
I mean, Exodia does not lose, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and swing in with our rookie.
If there's any person that can beat
My
Exodia,
goodness, and we
it's
just
Mario.
Mario showing that he definitely can. Maybe the stacking on the Izzy there was a little incorrect, but I don't think he had a really an option. He had 2 options that he had to choose from. So we'll go ahead and play a rookie, drawing 2 cards, Pot of Greed. Let's see where we go from here. Back down
Is
to
that
0.
actually just the best rookie ever printed so far?
Man, it's really up there. Not gonna lie. I think the alt art Itmon from the BT6 kind of just wins because that art is just too crazy.
That art is kind of broken, yeah.
All right, so we're going to promote the Impmon here. And we have 2 rookies facing each other at this point in time where we're swinging Imp as it deletes. Exactly. And we're going ahead and
A little
triggering the
dangerous to
Demi-Marimon
just
effect.
deal chip damage against a D-Brigade. I feel like he gains a lot more value out of it. So they are dangerous swings, but he's taking them so far.
I mean, I think coming from experience in this matchup particularly, although the most dangerous card it could possibly be is Zwart Defeat. If it's Zwart Defeat, oh boy, are we getting punished. But we do have to get that chip damage to get our ball rolling as a 3 Musketeer player. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way that purple is. As Labramon goes and checks, it seems like it's some sort
Core?
of security Digimon,
Most
Core
likely.
Dramon.
We've seen Core and Geo just dominate games.
I mean,
Like,
those.
every single game they resolve, they look unbeatable. It's crazy.
You know what's the craziest part? When those structure decks came out, people were saying that they weren't that crazy of a card.
Especially Geo. People did not respect that
People
card
did not
at
respect
all.
Geo or Core. They weren't playing it in their decks. And then, obviously, if we look at the list that were coming from the East, everyone was playing them. So maybe we were just a little slow to that
They
one.
were on there first.
They were definitely quick to see that. And we're going to go ahead and, oof, he just goes Beostar Schwarmer. An early one, but Beo's not looking too expensive at this point in time, honestly.
I feel like he had to do that. If he doesn't clear the board there, he just falls infinitely behind. So
I mean, at the same time, Mario didn't really lose resources. He was gaining cards as he was making those plays.
he can effectively use the memory. However, in the early game, it's a little difficult for D-Brigade. He doesn't have his discard set up yet for a
For his
Dramon
rush.
into a Zord.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
He's
That-
contemplating his options right now. Does he just straight up remove it with something like a Zugon Punch and not worry too much about it? If he lets his Zord resolve in the early game,
I mean, it's looking like his hand
That
is
could-
kind of just fueled with options. It doesn't really have like the gas it needs, which is kind of a problem that the D Brigade sometimes
he
runs
could be,
into.
he could be considering a crazy line where he just casts the Dramon now for a high cost. No effect, no rush. Maybe that could be a possibility. I doubt he's going to do that, but
Yeah, but I don't see any rookies in his hand, so it's kind of looking a little questionable for him. I know, knowing Mario, he would have taken the extra draw for sure, and he's just going to onslaught the Beals. Whoa, 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 stop. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Get the judge. All right, so we got the flag getting, oh, and there goes our judge, Camilo, making sure that that does not happen. That one memory is not, we're not giving him a free hammer spark, not in the finals. All right, so let's see where we go from here. Man, we just see another rookie. How many rookies do you think Tracy's playing?
no, I feel I've seen after seeing Tracy mill most of his deck, I think he does have an incredibly high rookie count, even compared to most traditional 3 musket builds. So not too surprising in that sense.
Oh, and we're just going to pass it on a Gazi. I mean, the memory tamer is going to put him to 3
Three.
anyways, but
Great
Gazi
value
is
there,
just
to
a
be honest with you.
super strong card. I'm not sure how important it is in this matchup.
In this matchup, oh well, no, it is pivotal in this matchup, I think, because a Dramon
Oh,
it costs
specifically,
and then
you're
gains
right.
you, if
Rusher,
I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
you're
so
absolutely right. The Rusher in and
it
of
is-
itself. Here we go.
it's incredibly powerful, actually.
Yeah, that card is actually insane. Gazi is showing its dominance in another matchup once again.
In a completely different matchup,
In a
too.
completely different one. These memory chokers are brutal, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, oh, we're making a little decision here. Yeah, I'm agreeing here with Max. Coming from a 3 musket player, man, seeing this many rookies is kind of crazy. Oh, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to do the Demi-Mare effect first. And then triggering the Impmon
And
after.
3.
That's kind of an interesting little sequencing that it is a discussion for another time. It's a discussion for another time.
I think you need a whole article for that one.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just so many things I want to talk about Three Musketeers that, oh, and here we go. This man's just going to play one of the best blockers in the game. Arguably one of the best cards in the game.
You can take the one off. He is the best blocker.
I mean, he's the best blocker, but, you know.
I've never seen a blocker block twice.
So I already said Analog Boy is the best card in the game. So I'm going to have to put Mechanori as, like, second place.
Most splashable blocker by far.
Very,
Keeps
very
you safe in
splashable.
most board states. So.
But also kind of fair.
In
You
a
know, the
way,
fact that he can
he's only
attack.
6K.
He's
so
6K, can attack. You know, his on-play cost is maybe the most insane part of him.
Yeah, it could have been a 5 or 6, and he would have still been reasonable. So.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and see a mat being played here. It can no longer be choked, and we're recycling that build that was fisted earlier.
I feel
As
like
we're now starting to see some rookies again.
it's very important that Mario goes to 5 basically every turn from here on out. The Nori is not going anywhere. The
Yeah,
Glassy
I don't-
has to stay there, but it's a little bit of a drawback because now Mario has all the memory in the world. If he just kind of plays it slow, he might gain an advantage off of his Tamer and Dual Tamer, but I don't know how slow he wants to take it against 3 Musk.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and see the blocker take the opportunity to swing, which is kind of bizarre here. Mechanori not blocking once again, showing the
We already know that
patience.
that guy was never going sideways.
True, true, true.
He's there for sure.
All right. I guess he just didn't want to give his opponent that extra +1 draw. No, that's actually your opponent's turn effect, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's an opponent's effect.
Yeah,
No, the attack with the blocker is unbelievably aggressive, and it paid off, to be honest.
yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe making a read on the player or a read on the board state in and of itself, but I think that we were comfortable enough to take that block with, what, 5 options in the grave? But Tracy has other things on his mind.
Because I do believe that in other matchups, sacrificing your HP early might be a good idea, but in this matchup, chip damage matters a lot.
I mean, this is a super grind matchup because this Drummond deck not only is going to take its toll on the board with its on-deletion effects, it has its rush, and it has healing. So we're not only playing through, like, this board,
Every
we're
chip
playing through,
counts,
like,
every single one.
yeah, we're playing through, like, 4 of these boards.
Essentially, it bottles down to maybe just almost a pseudo-security matchup between the both, and whoever is in the driver's seat is always slightly advantage if they're ahead on board, I would say.
I mean, this Mechanori Mon showing that it can hold down the fort pretty well in a situation like this.
If it wants to, or it could chill, you know.
Definitely, definitely. Choosing the chilling option. But we do see the Pagu being shown here. Another discussion for another time, but the 5th egg in Musketeers, guys. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about the 5th egg in Musketeers, huh?
5 bags are mandatory, but I mean, you don't agree with that most of the time. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Okay, so we're going Rebellion Mon. So the Mechanori Mon being chosen to go straight to Rebellion Mon. Is he going to activate this effect? And he chooses 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options in the graveyard. And it's all options, by the way.
So
Kind of crazy.
I would be surprised if a bell is not soon in our future.
I mean, it's feeling like a Gundramon kind of day.
Gundramon
Yeah,
right now.
buddy. Here we go. Let's see what we get off these 5 cards. And, okay, one more. And honestly, that card cannot activate, I believe.
Can it not?
Am I trolling? No, it can. I'm trolling. No, it can. It's specifically Nailbone. It's specifically Nailbone and Trump Sword. I am crazy. Too many rounds.
Too many. The finals, as it turns out.
Okay, so that card was unbelievable, by the way. As we take care of most of the board, leaving him with the blocker, and now the rookie coming out from the back.
Unbelievably important that now Tracy has a slow 6 blocker, which is very good. And it has retaliation deaths for this turn.
No, he
so
definitely has a Beal. He definitely has the Beal they added back off the mat. I mean, he played it so swiftly that we didn't see it, but 100% has to be the Beal. So we're going to go ahead and check
Swing
here.
here.
I'm pretty sure this is, I can't see because of the glare, but it's looking like the vanilla 5K, which looks like it'll die. Trigger its effect, add another vanilla to hand. Still putting names in the graveyard. Yeah, blocker retaliation is kind of crazy at this point, but
He
I
can-
don't think
I
it
believe
Let's see what's
Mario
happening.
can get rid of it and the Gazi. He has an incredibly good tempo play with ultimate.
But we'll see
Flare,
if he
but
chooses to make it. See where we're going from here. Mario
It would-
definitely
it-
taking his time though.
The
This
w-
is still
the
game
one thing
one.
that I can say, the one thing that I can say about Mechnorimon being what is evolved on top of it, if he gets flared, he still has a blocker on board, going on the way back. So that's kind of good.
This is true.
A
If he-
good amount of foresight from Tracy.
Yeah, honestly, as much as we, joked about the chilling Mechanorimon, I think the
It chills
joke's on
pretty
us.
effectively.
The
that's
joke's
what
on us.
he does. Maybe we have no chill.
True. All right, so let's see what this blocker. He's gonna pay the 2 cost to go. Man, he really is just not valuing the blocks at all.
I'm
He
literally
really wants
attacking. I'm attacking with every card on my board for the rest of my
for the
life.
rest. No one blocks,
Yeah,
right?
like, it
Blockers
doesn't
don't
matter.
exist. Respect. But we do have. What are we looking at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 options in graveyard. Man, that Beelstar is coming out 4-3. It's remaining
This
the
is like
turn player's
impressive
turn.
right now. Yeah.
Is remaining the turn player's turn when it is being cast. That is crazy. As I believe we're seeing the rusher come onto the board.
Did he forget?
No, he's shuffling 5. He's just thinking a little bit about the order here.
I think he forgot.
But he forgot
to
that Ghazi's in.
can't game.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, was it a
boy,
legal play
and-
to begin with? If you can't, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
it was a
fine.
legal play, so it is and that might be a little bit of a fumble.
I am incredibly surprised.
That is the yikes that we talked about earlier. Ghazi
No, that's what I'm
just.
saying. I don't think it's that obvious.
Yeah, I heard Tracy getting a little louder, so I think this might just be just GG.
No,
right?
yeah,
That is the hype moment, right?
I don't want to call it yet, guys, but I kind of want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, when a player says, all right, you know it's game. So we have the Nailbone into the promote. So we have the full setup for lethal in the graveyard, as well as Beelstar while remaining turn. Kind of cracked. I don't think we see a blocker on the board either, so unless his security is... I cannot even muster
Insane.
2 cards that are...
Oh?
That's 1, and we got Onslaught, which
kinda
is
cra-
play
are they
cost.
the
No, it's play cost, so it's not
Oh,
DP.
goodness.
Huge. So
Actually, incredibly important.
incredibly
in this scenario.
important.
Second Zagoban?
and we're just going to take it here with a quick little check from Gundramon. Unfortunate,
little rough.
unfortunate. I mean,
Mario is definitely feeling that because I believe he's in control of the game for sure.
I believe so too. I think Mario was in the driver's seat for a long time, but just one misstep off of Ghazi.
Off of the boy.
Off
That's
of-
what I'm
ah.
saying.
Is he the 3rd best card in the game?
All the chokers are definitely.
Okay, fair enough. Well, definitely not the Chumon. Why'd they do Chumon to
they
1K?
They did him so. No, he was the experiment. He came out before all the other ones, so he was the experimental one. He needed to be
Oh.
a little weaker just in case.
Fair enough. They were like, man, these cards are really crazy. So they made him 1K, and then they were like, we can up it to 2.
The DP is irrelevant on these cards, but we'll give him 2 just in case.
Really did him dirty for no reason. I guess black is just too OP. All right. So let's see.
In this specific scenario, I just want to know if I mean Mario definitely has won championships before, so
I mean-
he should be the kind of player that can bounce back.
No, the
mental
ice
reset
is
from
definitely he can bounce back. He's won tournaments before. I'm sure that he's been in scenarios like this. It is what it is. The pressure of being in the finals. It was a 7-round tournament. Then he played 2 rounds in top 8. This is his 10th game. This is showing like somewhere.
It could be any reason why he made that play, but
I mean, it's been at
Definitely.
least 10 hours of Digi action, brother. It's
in the largest
10
event of all time. Ooh,
Oh.
well, can I say it?
in person.
In person
Of the year.
of the year.
Okay, there we go. I'm pretty confident in those statements.
Brought to
Oh,
you
as
by
we
Pro
see-
Play.
Brought to you by Pro Play Games. As we see our 5th egg being hatched here, both players seeing a rookie. Man, Tracy does not lose out. Oh my goodness, dude. If I can open like this guy, I wonder what he's doing. What am I doing wrong? As he adds the Mechanorimon, definitely one of the Exodia.
And the
Okay,
Mickey too.
we have 2 Exodia pieces on the board. We have Mechanori in an aggro matchup. We have Analog Boy for speed.
Filtering, yeah.
Oh, and he just says, yeah, that card's really broken. I'm going to onslaught it.
Do you think that was a fair trade? I would say
100%,
so.
man.
I would
I
say
swear to
so.
When I play versus Black Roll Knights as Muskets, the Mechanorimon is really strong when it's paired with Craniumon. So if Craniumon's on the board, I will Trump Sword in Mechanorimon. I don't care. Yeah, man. That Mechanorimon needs to go as we go ahead and just mill 5 cards. And we hit 2
There's
options.
A lot of acceleration coming from Tracy's side. I just don't think.
As much as we're talking about acceleration, it's only 3 cards.
No,
But
I mean 3 already feels like you get the value out of your Beelstar, if
This
I'm
is
being
what,
honest.
game turn 2? Turn 3?
Yeah, no, turn 1, he just passed 1.
I mean, yeah, this is turn 2
So turn 2 for Tracy.
for Tracy's, and we're already seeing 3 level 7
It's a reason,
7 cost options.
I would say it's a reasonable. You go put him from 4 all the way up to 5,
Oh,
and
but
then
why
blow
don't
up
we
his
just
own
get a
board.
free analog on the way there? My goodness, I really want to get a player
Almost
interview
free,
after
that's
this
true.
game about this Kakaitis breath, no matter what happens.
Was it pivotal, instrumental in this victory?
I must understand what is happening with this Kakaitis breath. All right, as we analog, adding another option into our graveyard.
Want to see? Okay, deputy.
Okay.
So
All right, Deputy, definitely
reasonably
pretty
tame
solid turn.
play, I would
Oh,
say. Ooh, NLF, okay.
again, Whiffer McGee,
Wifferton.
Whifferton the third. I
Steal.
think Agumon was the first. Gabu was the Strabi was the second.
Yeah.
Ooh, and we have Deputy number 3. Oh boy, as we're checking, we have a wall on
okay.
board with the black
Okay.
source.
Yeah.
Kind of strong. Another very powerful card in this matchup, making sure to deal with
Definitely
aggro
has to
pretty
play
efficiently.
around the Shorm, and maybe he doesn't have any other
Drummond.
choice.
Adding the
Drummond
other
is-
Drummond.
I did see that he was a little bit flooded on core, so maybe he wanted to play a core instead.
It's tough to say. Oh, he's just
Oh,
going to take the Evolve instead. Doesn't
Okay.
want to give him too much memory to work with. But this is kind of a crazy opportunity to just go Walton, maybe?
Go out. Can he, in some world, go Warp Evolve and then go out next turn? Do you think he's brave enough?
I mean, Tracy's shown that he's very brave. Bravery is not.
As a matter of fact, I think he would go down to 0.
I think he'll take going
and
down to
then-
0
and-
security, and then he'll go
Then
wall.
he'll go wall.
And this man has, look, no fear. I don't need a black source. I'm telling you, that's the heart of a champion.
This is indicative of almost a guaranteed Bellstar in this scenario. So
And as we were saying, here it comes.
so 3 minus 4 is 8. 3
Okay.
minus 4 is 8. That's not what I meant out loud, but
I mean, we do a little bit of math here.
that's not what I meant.
We do a little of accounting, right, Freeman?
3 from the memory.
All right, so definitely indicative of a Beelstar. A very, very powerful play. We have a level 6 on the board, kind of for free, triggering the on-deletion effect. And, oh, buddy, not what you want to see by Mario. But we do trigger at least on the egg.
Interesting scenario there.
Very, very bizarre.
If he sequenced it the other way around, obviously he can't possibly know that, but
Yeah,
he would
yeah.
hit. But
You always, I mean, this is something I was leaving the discussion for later, but getting the most amount of information first by doing the big reveal first and then the draw is
yeah, I would say there's a
probably
higher
the more
there's a range.
pitiful.
Yeah, because if you do the first reveal only 1 and then you hit a D-Brigade, you just reduced it by 1.
Exactly.
So I feel like he sequenced it correctly, just got punished is all, you know.
Yeah. No, I think the sequencing was excellent, but we're going to go ahead and see, and we're finally not being oppressed by Gazimon, and we're allowed to unleash the beast. As we're shuffling 3 cards to the top of the deck. Thinking about the sequencing on deletion first. No, he's doing this one in front of his opponent this time.
Yeah,
he
taking
is
his time.
not making this mess up again.
I feel like in game 1 he did get punished based on his placement, so or maybe 1 match ago. So definitely taking his time, even if he has to show it to his opponent, he doesn't care. He just wants to make sure he does it perfectly.
I mean, his opponent has full access of it, so it's not like he's doing it with a bad conscience. It's something he has to truly think about. Okay, and we'll go ahead and check with his rush. If this is deleted, it is super punishing, and that's the punish I'm talking about. Super unfortunate for for Mario here. But at least Tracy is at 1 security. I don't see any heals in hand, but we're just going to shove a couple rookies onto the board and just kind of say, "Feel me again, brother." We pass our turn as we draw 2.
Did he have a Zord? Do we know?
I can't really tell. It seems like the left side of the camera is a little choked, and I can't really see their hand.
There's always a Gazi here, even for the camera.
All right, so let's see what Tracy does with this 3 memory. Taking his time.
Now, does he get Zorded on the way back?
I mean, this is kind of a pretty crazy turn for Zwart. The question is, does Beals take a check here?
Oh, I was about to say, there you go, no rookie, and then I ate my words because there's
And,
Gazi.
and not only is
the
there a rookie,
boy.
it's the boy. All right, so, man, this is kind of crazy. It's tough to say what's going to happen right here. Tracy really looking at his options. He's, again, a man of no fear.
This is definitely the most pivotal point of this game. So both players just taking a moment.
Yeah,
to
the game is
review.
definitely getting to the climax as he just decides, I'm not going to risk it dying. He's not going to take the biscuit, and he's going to mill 3, milling 2 specific cards, adding it to the pile. And let's see what he brings back. Maybe, definitely a Mechanorimon, right?
Any D Brigade deck that untaps with some amount of board is incredibly frightening.
So not only we've set up the Gazimon to stop the rusher.
This is
I mean,
a
Mario
full
definitely
lock
knows.
on the field
Yeah, this
now,
is
so.
kind of locked. Unfortunately, the Mechanorimon showing that I was right in saying he's a piece of Exodia. And Gazi,
And
Gazi's,
Zord,
dude, there it is. It's right there.
Exodia's built
Dude,
with the
that-
2 boys
he
as
is.
leg.
Dude, you have Gazi as the left arm, Meki as the right, and Zwart as
Zord
the
is-
head.
Zord is the head.
Oh boy, this is looking kind of like a wrap. As we see a little quick evolve. Options are looking kind of limited. We did see what he stacked at the top of his deck, and it was just Digimon at this point. Does he have a heal? Did we see a heal in hand from Mario's side?
Not 100% sure. I just want to believe that he was definitely relying on that Draymond to survive the check. It was very unlikely to die there, but it did. So that set him a little bit far behind.
Okay, and we're just going to hard play a blocker here. Yeah, we
Closing
can't
the
really
board against
commit to
Zord.
much more, but that Zord is going to put quick work to his board by and adding a Beostar. I don't know how you're feeling about this, Freeman, but this is looking kind of.
I have never seen a Zord lose when he goes sideways. So.
Yeah, my Zord never turns sideways and adds
And
Beostar
this
to my
one
hand.
is.
But when this one
And
does,
This one costs 0, I think.
oh
If
brother,
I'm not mistaken.
or very close too. He's gonna take the block, I believe, or he just deleted it. Oh, there goes one of the heals. All right, double Gazi. It's time to cash one in. But he does have a blocker. It's kind of interesting here. Lets it go. He needs to trigger maybe a defeat here in order to stay in the game.
A defeat would be the most massive hit, but is that enough even now?
Is it enough? That's the crazy part. I think he's counting it, but it's looking like what Beal's going to be maybe 4, 3?
You could pick almost any effect on Beals right now, and it would be good enough, I think.
I don't disagree with you.
Tracy just making sure, he goes through all his options, and just decides accordingly. I think the victory is just in his grasp. He just doesn't want to mess anything up.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to make this make it
Finals
this way.
last
I mean,
any
he doesn't
yeah,
want. He
then it
doesn't
has
need it to last any longer.
Yeah.
Tracy has the mastery right in his grasp. And as much as I would hate to say it, I didn't think Three Musketeers was going to get this far. And here we are at the final match with victory in
I
his
think the
grasp.
Muskies are about to take a
Man,
dub.
that warms my heart. But at the same time, Sag,
Yeah.
what am I doing wrong? All right, so let's
Mario
see.
definitely shown that he's an incredibly formidable competitor at this point so far, but we'll see if he can get out of this one.
Okay, so he is nail boning. I mean, the lock is on board. We have Gazi, Meki, Vile.
There's a double lock right now.
I don't know. That's
There's an infinite
dude,
lock.
I don't know, brother, but this is looking kind of ogre.
Ogremon. Not on board, but
Not
he's
on
here.
board, but in your heart, dude. All right. Man, there are quite a couple blue cards in Mario's, and I think Mario's just going through motions at this point.
When
But
that goes sideways, whatever, right?
oh my goodness, as he doesn't care anymore. He's throwing the cards,
Yeah,
his
I
chips.
think he's recognized.
He's
The
recognized
writing on the wall.
the
so-
writing on the wall, but Meki's again. Yeah, brother. This is kind of like the Sudoku play of personally killing all his Digimon and conceding. I respect it. Mario's not giving the title away without the fight. All right, I'm gonna play a blocker here,
The
keeping
blocker
it to
so
one
just-
memory, but man, unless it's Hammer Spark and security, not even
or
the
any
Galaxies.
sort, yeah. The boy is there. And will he
But-
be the one attacking for lethal? I want to see
Man.
Gazi go for the championship win right here.
This is Gazi needs to be the one hitting for game here, right? Actually, in this scenario, I would let Mechanori attack. Oh,
Would you really?
all right. So Izzy showing that he did have the heat on the top, but I think this, as the writing is on the wall, guys, we will take the free block here. We have one more, and the final blocker, Gazi. Draw discarding, always keeping optimal plays. Discarding an option. Soundbird. Is Soundbird going to trigger? Oh, he just said effect. That's unbelievable.
And does the boy go through?
And
the
Vilemon was the
takes it
choice.
off.
And we have the champion, Tracy, taking it with 3 Musketeers. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. In a sea of Gabumons, the Musketeers came out on top.
How much joy came from your heart right now?
It's kind of melancholy, dude. Honestly, what am I doing wrong? But, I mean, all I got to say is that we got to get Tracy on the stream. We got to talk to him about his game, about his card choices, and maybe get a little insight. Pick his brain.
He plays very differently from the conventional 3 Musketeer strategies, and I'm very interested to see what he has to say. So
For sure. We're going to go ahead and see if we can try and set that up for you guys to get a winner's post-game analysis. I'm sure there's going to be a crazy amount of deck profiles coming out after this event.
That's for
so
sure.
definitely keep checking on the YouTubes for that. But I'm going to go ahead and put you on a brief commercial break as we set up to talk with Tracy. 1 sec.
To hit the convention team once again. We will be attending an
All right, guys, and we're back here with our champ, your boy Tracy, winning the whole tournament with 3 Musketeers.
Yes, representing for Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, man, representing for Tennessee. Let's go. You guys definitely traveled quite the way for this tournament. It paid off.
Yeah, it paid off, man.
It paid off. So any shout-outs that you want to say?
Definitely shout out to, I want to say Alex Sweatman. I want to do a shout out to Keith Fuller. I want to do a shout out to my teammate, my purple pal Sam. And definitely I would want to do a shout out to Tyler. We always give Tyler a hard time because he's hard-headed. And definitely want to give a shout-out to a close homie of mine, Shaq. He definitely –
O'Neal?
We usually call him Shaq O'Neal.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's really tall like Shaq O'Neal.
All right.
But, yeah, definitely shout out, man.
Definitely, man. So can you just run us through your tournament experience? How was the Swiss rounds? What did you play against? How did you feel about the deck?
It was either Ancient Gabu or 3 Musketeers. Like I was telling my teammates, I was telling them, hey, I feel more comfortable with 3 Musketeers. That's what I play with on Discord a lot, and that's what I play. I never really played it at locals, actually. I always play blue at locals. That's the weird part. So Discord really groomed me to play the deck, and playing against friends helped me play the deck, and we talked about it and stuff. As far as the rounds go, I think my hardest matchup, which I lost round 2 to Bond of Friendship.
Of course.
We took it to game 3, and he just Ikaku'd over my Gazis, Ikaku'd over everything, and I didn't have an answer for it.
The moment that they started turning things sideways, we don't really have much to do with Musketeers.
Yeah.
And here comes his trophy, the first place mat. Let's go. Now, that is a flex right there.
That is a
flex.
flex. Boom.
All right. And could you tell us a little bit about like the deck choices that you made and how you got there? I definitely saw Kakaida's Breath, and I think the chat wants to know, do you play a blue tamer?
No. We do not play a blue tamer.
So Kakaida's Breath
I don't want to waste a memory on a blue tamer.
Well, let's not say he's a brig, but it's triggering off a security.
Right. It triggers off security. It's just a feeder for my baby, Bellstar. It's a feeder, man. I didn't want to put a blue tamer in there. It was suggested to me put a blue tamer in there, but I was like, number one, I don't want to bounce nothing to nobody's hand that they can replay for 7. I can tell you that right now. So I was just like, if it gets security, cool. If I have it in my hand, pitch it. It's not a dead card.
Okay, definitely. I mean, this deck definitely, as everyone says, there's a couple breaks with 3 Musketeers, but at the same time, we play Demi Merriman, we play Soundbird, we're discarding infinity cards.
I made sure on that end I did bulk up on rookies.
How many rookies were you playing? It seemed like you never missed a rookie.
I never missed a rookie, and that's my greatest fear, man. I was missing rookies, and I never missed a rookie. I played, off the top of my head, I think anywhere between 14, 15 rookies, I think.
With 4 analog?
With 4 analog. Let me tell you something. 3 analog, 2 analog. Technically, analog is technically a puzzle piece. It could be a rookie. It could be the level 7 that you want. It could be the option card in the trash.
Man,
so you're feeding Bellstar. You're getting what you need, and you're choking your opponent. It's so many times they like, yeah, I'm gonna choke you at 2. Yeah, I'm gonna choke you at 2. Do it. Yeah. So I can analog you, and then analog you again, and then choke you at 2. You know what I'm saying? So
you had the most powerful opener game after game. You had rookie into analog.
Yeah.
And definitely the D Brigade matchup can go both ways. It could be really grindy, and I'm surprised about the outcome. It was a very swift 2-0. Didn't see much healing, and you definitely didn't do a lot of blocking.
Yeah.
No. So what was the reasoning behind the not blocking?
The not blocking. I don't block unless it's really necessary, honestly. I'm going to be real with you. I I'm not finna block. First of all, I run option cards.
All right, yeah.
So if you're gonna attack and risk your monster into an option card, and then let's keep in mind you're feeding my Bellstar.
Of
so
course.
I take out something on your field, you feed my Bellstar, and go. I knew my hand, and I knew what board state I was gonna be in turns ahead. Looking at my hand, I knew when I see Mechanori Gazi, I knew that. And I said, this is going to stall me.
No, once
everything in this deck is 2-3K.
Once I saw you Zwart and you brought Mechanori and Gazi, we were saying that was Exodia. You had the lock.
Yeah.
He could no longer rush you. He couldn't chip you, and you had a card that was adding Beals right back to hand. It was unbelievable.
I honestly wish my Gazi with the Demi Merimon died. Because that extra option card, I could have played Bellstar that turn as well.
Oh,
so
man.
that would have been nice. When the Gazi didn't die, I was kind of like, all right, cool. I'll just bulk up.
I mean, it happens, but that's the nature of the game.
Yes.
That's the nature of something that happens, especially with purple. People are saying, well, why is he checking so early? What if a defeat comes out? I mean, it's sometimes the plays you have to make with purple. You have the Demi Merimon. You have to fuel your graveyard.
Yeah, you're right. The thing about that, and I knew he was running defeats.
I mean, of course.
I'd rather get it out early than get it out late, because late I'm screwed.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Once defeat turns himself sideways.
Yeah,
I think we're tucked.
Defeat is a thing. Defeat is a big deal. He is a big deal. I'm not gonna play like he's not a big deal, especially for 3 months, because once again, we really don't have anything to get. I mean, we can Trump sword it.
That's about it. No, honestly, every time I swing it with my 3 Musketeers and a defeat comes out, I have to trade the Trump Sword for a Digimon almost every single time, because if not, that card is going to take my entire security.
It's going to take your security. Yeah, right.
My entire security without any repercussions.
I was really lucky to not see a defeat, honestly. I needed my Demis to go off. I have to attack.
No,
I have to get my Demi, and I have to get my Impmon.
Of course, man. Of course.
I had to risk it. That's the part. That's the risk.
That's the risk you got to take with Digimon, guys. The security is always a factor, and our plays have to be influenced by the fact that we sometimes have to get a little lucky, sometimes have to get a little unlucky. Mario was definitely trying to crutch on his security, and you were trying to crutch on yours.
Yeah.
And obviously, in this game, you were the victor. So congratulations, honestly, showing that 3 Musketeers, even in a sea of Gabu Bond, can still take first place.
Still a sea of Gabu Bonds. So Gabu Bonds, about 3 Jessmons. I had some weird stuff.
I mean,
Agu Bond.
I mean, both Bond matchups are hard.
Yeah, they are hard.
Bond matchups
Very
are
hard,
so
especially when you dip and they pop it. Can I give a couple more shout-outs real quick? I want to get some store shout-outs. Definitely shout-outs to Battlegrounds. I play there on Sundays, and really nice people. I like them. Definitely shout-out to CM. I have some really good homies in CM. I'm going to go ahead and do a shout-out to Epicos, just because I used to play there, too. So that's the stores in chat.
All right, awesome. And thank you so much for sitting down with us, talking.
No
and I want to let you guys know, don't forget that the Miami Digimon Card Fest is coming March 26th through the 27th. We're going to have a humongous in-person event. It's going to be like a YCS-style event for Digimon. Bandai is sponsoring. It's going to be huge. We have special promotions, and it's all being done and facilitated by Pro Play Games here in Miami. So, guys, come check us out. We're going to have live commentary. Bandai is going to be there showing us a bunch of different formats, and a bunch of little leaks are coming week after week. So keep in touch for that event, and thank you for coming out. Have a good one, guys, and have a blessed rest of your day.
Blessed.
Stay blessed.